Hi, I'm Jeff Bush from Informed Family Financial Services and the host of Financially Speaking with Jeff Bush. We're pleased to bring you this presentation of the Academic Challenge.
The PCTV Network proudly presents Academic Challenge, best known as Quiz Bowl, where area high school students compete for academic supremacy. And now your host, the incomparable Mr. Todd Kelly.
PCTV proudly presents the 2019 Academic Quiz Bowl Tournament. Each winter, some of the brightest students from area high schools compete academically through a series of matches called the Academic Quiz Bowl League. The questions cover a wide range of topics, from American history to scientific classifications, from modulo math to English literature, and from world geography to popular culture. Each year, I'm impressed with how quickly and accurately the teams under pressure can answer these challenging questions. Today, we have the championship match for this tournament, pitting these two schools against each other. We have Souderton Area High School competing against Pope John Paul II High School. Representing Souderton, we have Teddy and Stephen, Henry, and Ben. And Ben is going to be serving as the captain there, okay? On the other side, for Pope John Paul II, we have Thomas, who's serving as the captain, another Thomas right next to him, Sean, and Mary. Each match consists of 3 rounds. The first round includes 15 toss-up questions, which either team may answer in 5 seconds. If a team misses a question, the opposing team has a chance to answer that question on the rebound. A correct answer earns a team a bonus question. For this, the team has 10 seconds to confer before the captain voices the answer. Computational questions are given extra time, in this case 30 seconds. So we're going to begin this championship match. Toss-up number 1, art forms. What art form involves decorating fabric with stitches? Okay, Thomas.
Embroidery.
Embroidery is 100% correct, and so right away, PJP, you're on the board. You get a bonus, and this is in legends. The legendary seaman Stormalong is said to have signed his first employment contract at the age of 12 with Stormalong AB. In maritime tradition, for what does AB stand? Time's expired. Able-bodied seaman, okay? Toss-up number 2. Both teams are back in this one. Points of view. What point of view is illustrated in these song titles? Something in the way she moves. All right, Thomas.
Third person.
That is the third person, correct. You get another bonus opportunity in industrial literature. These works are about what industry? Giant, crude world, Aramco, the United States and Saudi Arabia, crude interventions. Okay, did you get all those clues?
Oil.
Oil is correct, yes. All right. Toss-up number 3 is computational, so both teams are getting their pencils ready to go. It's an age problem. The sum of the ages of Mork and Mindy is 50. 5 years ago, Mork's age was 3 times Mindy's age. How old is Mindy now? Okay, Stephen's got an answer.
15.
15 is absolutely correct. That gets Souderton on the board. You guys get a bonus in the category of auto history. The comedian Ernie Kovacs was killed in 1962 when his car crashed into a Los Angeles telephone pole. Given that this make of vehicle was later made infamous in Ralph Nader's book, Unsafe at Any Speed, what kind of vehicle was Mr. Kovacs driving? Okay, Ben.
Motorcycle?
No, that's incorrect. A Corvair. It's a type of car. All right. Toss-up number 4, lakes. What forms the basins in which these lakes are found? All right, I got an answer already, Henry.
Glaciers?
That's incorrect. Lake Pinatubo of the Philippines, Lake Toba of Sumatra, Lake Nyos of Cameroon. Yes, Thomas?
Volcanic craters?
That is correct, volcanic craters. And I know Henry was trying to, jump the gun there and anticipate, but sometimes that pays off and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, you guys got it, PJP. So you get a bonus in respiration. Blood becomes more acidic when the percentage of what gas increases? Yes, Thomas?
Carbon dioxide?
That is absolutely correct. Toss-up number 5, inflammations, both teams. What kind of tissue becomes inflamed with myositis? Okay, I've got an answer from Thomas.
Muscles?
Muscles, correct. You get a bonus in negotiations idioms. In contract negotiations, if members of both sides demonstrate their good intentions, they are said to be showing good what? Yes, Thomas?
Good faith?
That is absolutely right. Yeah, sometimes you think it's got to be more complicated than that, but no, that is the answer. Toss-up number 6, anthropology. In a fraud that endured for a couple of decades, what supposed missing link from Sussex, England, was shown? Okay, Thomas.
Piltdown Man?
Piltdown Man is correct. You get a bonus in town namesakes. Cities and towns in what state are named for these people? Frank Hornbeak, David Farragut, Albert Gallatin, Henry Knox, Francis Nash.
Tennessee?
That is absolutely right. It's a good thing you had a chance to wait that one out, and you hear Knox and Nash in there, and you hear Knoxville and of course, Nashville. Toss-up number 7, both teams, apocalyptic novels. What life form is responsible for the calamities in these stories? Feed. Thomas.
Zombies?
That's incorrect. The Krytos Trap, World War Z, The Strain, The Hot Zone, The Andromeda Strain. Ben?
Virus?
Virus is correct. Although zombies was a cool answer too, but it didn't work. Okay, bonus for Souderton in state splitting. Those in California, Washington, and New York who advocate splitting those states into 2 or more states cite 3 examples where this has been done in the past. Okay, Ben.
West Virginia and South Dakota.
It's incorrect. West Virginia was correct. The other 2 were Vermont and Maine. Vermont and Maine. It's interesting. I didn't know that. Toss-up number 8 is computational. Well, this one will be pretty quick, folks. It's slopes. What slope passes through the points -2, -1, and 4, 3? I've got an answer from Thomas.
2/3.
That's absolutely correct. Good job. Pope John Paul, you get a bonus in clauses. What kind of dependent clause completes this line by Oscar Wilde? One should always play fairly when one has the winning cards. Okay, Thomas?
Conditional?
No, we're just looking for an adverb clause. It's an adverb clause. Okay, toss-up number 9. Both teams are back in this one. It's force. What is the net force on an object with a mass of 9 kilograms that is accelerating at 3 meters per second? Yes, Thomas.
27 newtons.
That is absolutely right. Okay, you get a bonus in the Earth. The motion of the inner core of the Earth is believed to drive what sphere or region of space surrounding our planet? Thomas.
Magnetosphere.
Correct. Toss-up number 10, sanctions. In the U.S., the Office of Foreign Assets Control administers the U.S. sanctions programs. That office is part of what federal department? Thomas.
State Department.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Ben.
Department of Foreign Affairs.
Also incorrect. The Treasury Department, which makes sense. They control the money. Toss-up 11, colonial competition. In 1600, Queen Elizabeth I granted a charter to the East India Company with the intent of breaking the monopoly of spice trade in the region of modern Indonesia that was enjoyed at the time by what other European imperialist, Thomas?
The Dutch.
Country, yes, the Dutch. You get a bonus in advertising slogans. What propaganda technique is used in these ads? Things go better with Coke. Together we can. Reform, prosperity, peace. The best coffee for the best you, because I'm worth it, and vote for progress. Yes, Thomas.
Bandwagoning.
No, they're called glittering generalities. All right. Toss-up number 12. Direct variations. This is computational, folks, computational. P varies directly as the cube of Q and P equals 26 when Q equals 2. When Q equals 5, P equals 160. Okay, sorry. Let me start again. There are too many calculations, so let's get this right. Direct variation. P varies directly as the cube of Q. And P equals 26 when Q equals 2. When Q equals 5, P equals 1,625 divided by what? I've got an answer from Sean.
8.
8 is incorrect. Rebound, remaining time. Okay, Ben.
4.
4 is correct. 4 is correct. That was a very confusing question, I think. Especially since I've got suddenly P went to Q and Q went to P and it switched around like that. I don't make the questions, I just read them. Bonus for you guys, you get sieges is your bonus. American troops began the siege of Santiago, Cuba, the day after they had taken what hill overlooking it?
San Juan.
Yes, that's correct. San Juan Hill. Just in the last second, he thought of it. Yeah, it's that Teddy Roosevelt thing. Okay. Toss-up 13. Stage directions. In theatrical stage directions, exeunt omnes means everyone goes out. What is the corresponding stage direction that means he goes out? Okay, Thomas.
Exeunt unus.
That's incorrect. Good try. Yes, Ben.
Exeunt. Just exeunt.
No, okay. Exit solus. Solus. Solum. That was a good guess. You were thinking along the right lines. Toss-up number 14, law application. In 2018, critics noted how former Deputy Director Andrew McCabe was still not being prosecuted for lying under oath, while former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn was indicted for providing a possibly false statement to the FBI when he wasn't under oath. Such unequal application of the law is called what kind of standard? Yes, Henry.
Double standard.
That is a double standard, certainly. And you get a bonus in speed. In contrast to average speed, what kind of speed is measured at a specific moment in time? Yes, Ben?
Instantaneous.
That is correct. Instantaneous speed. And we have toss-up number 15, the last one in this round, contradictory sayings. With a name reminiscent of a large island west of Great Britain, what is the name for these kinds of sayings? Never listen to advice. Deep down, this candidate is really shallow. I'd kill for a Nobel Peace Prize. It's unlucky to be superstitious. There's no future in time travel. Yes, Henry.
Ironic statements.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Okay. It's a term. I think obviously we're going from Irish something, so you're thinking Irish. No, that has nothing. Irish bowls, they're called. Irish bowls, B-U-L-L-S. Okay. And they're fun little statements, aren't they? I'd really kill for a Nobel Peace Prize. All right, so at the end of the first round, Pope John Paul II has 13, Souderton has 6, as we move to the lightning round. After the first round, we now enter the lightning round. The trailing team has 60 seconds to answer as many rapid-fire questions as possible. Questions passed or answered incorrectly are given to the opposing team, which has 6 seconds allotted per question. The same process is then followed by the opposing team. During our short break, we've had 2 substitutions. Over here for Pope John Paul, we've added Jason and Nick. Welcome to the game. So now, the categories they got to choose from were math, the mystery category, and dance. And Souderton chose math, and Pope John Paul chose the mystery category. So we're going to start with math. Again, you have 60 seconds to answer as many math questions as possible. Ben, you're giving the answers correct. All right, so we'll start the time when I finish the first one. A polygon with 7 sides is called what?
Heptagon.
Who first preferred the parallel postulate?
Pass.
A solid bounded by 8 plane faces is called what?
Octahedron, yeah.
If 2 sides of a right triangle are 3 and 4, how long is the hypotenuse?
5.
At 50 miles per hour, how long would it take to go 325 miles?
6.5 hours.
What do we call complex numbers of the form a plus bi and a minus bi?
Imaginary.
If a sphere is divided into 2 equal parts by a great circle, what is each of the 2 parts called?
Hemisphere.
What hyphenated kind of function has each x value mapped to a unique y value?
Continuous.
Total this change: 6 quarters, 3 nickels, 5 dimes, 5 pennies.
$2.20.
To add these fractions, 1/15 plus 1/6 plus 1/48, what is the least common denominator? And time's expired, sorry. Did I get that question in before the time expired? No, okay, that one won't count, okay, because I didn't hear, but the time had expired there. So, at this point, let's see how many you got right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them correct, which means Pope John Paul II, you're going to have a chance to steal 3. Steal 3. Okay. 18 seconds for that. Again, I'll read the first one slowly, and after that, I'll go quickly.
Okay.
Who first proffered the parallel postulate?
Euclid.
What do we call complex numbers in the form of a plus bi?
Complex conjugates.
What hyphenated kind of function has each x value mapped to a unique y value?
One-to-one functions.
And those were all correct. So you got 3 out of 3. Good job. All right. So now we go to the mystery category. Now, in this case, it's not a true mystery category, so I'm going to tell you what it is. I hope you guys, this is one that we've always had problems with in the past. Geography. All right, okay. They look confident. We're going to see. They're all passing on like, you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe you guys will get this well. I know this is one that's always been difficult. Okay, so here we go. I'll read the first one slowly. The third highest of the 7 summits is which North American peak?
Mount McKinley or Denali.
Name the state in Germany, formerly a kingdom, whose capital was Munich.
Bavaria.
Which province borders Quebec and Nova Scotia?
New Brunswick.
What Long Island chain resulted from volcanism in the middle of the Pacific Plate?
Hawaii.
What the official language of which special administrative region are Portuguese and Chinese?
Macau.
Hell's Canyon is sometimes called the Grand Canyon of which river?
Pass.
Which tribe's land included the Four Corners?
Pueblos.
What is defined by a semicircle passing through Greenwich, designated as 0 degrees longitude?
Prime meridian.
Okay, and then time's expired. Okay, so they got through 8 questions, and they managed to answer 6 of them. Good job. Not bad for geography. So it means you'll have a chance to steal 2. And I'll read the first one. They have 12 seconds. Hell's Canyon is sometimes called the Grand Canyon of which river?
Mississippi.
Which tribe's land included the Four Corners?
Navajo.
Okay, 1 correct. Navajo was correct. The river was the Snake River. Snake River. All right, we are now going to the final round. In the final round, we have 15 toss-up questions, but no bonuses. However, we still do have rebounds. So let me get that set up there. All right, here we go. Let's see what the scores are, if they could put that up so I can see. At this point, Pope John Paul II has a pretty commanding lead, so you're going to have to get a lot right. Right now, it's 22-13. All right, here we go. Ancient battles. Name the narrow coastal pass. Yes, Ben.
Thermopylae.
Thermopylae is excellent. That is right. Good anticipation. That's the way to start out there, Souderton. African national parks. What kind of geographical feature is indicated by these place names in Africa? Wadi El Asuti, Wadi El Gamal, Wadi Al Rayyan, Wadi, yes, Thomas.
Lake beds.
Lake beds is in, no, that's incorrect. Rebound. The last one was Wadi Al-Laqwi. Okay, Ben.
Lake.
That's incorrect. What I needed was valley or stream bed. I guess there is a difference. So I couldn't give it to you. Sorry, guys. Dramatic forms. Another name for dramatic farce is a comedy of, Thomas.
Errors.
Errors is correct. It's one time I can say that word. Errors is correct. Toss-up number 4, I believe. 4? Sounds right. Yes. Toss-up number 4. Locus of points. An ellipse is the locus of points whose distance from 2 fixed points add up to a what? I have an answer from Ben.
X.
That's incorrect. Rebound? Okay. All we're looking for, add up to a constant. Constant is the answer. Toss-up 5. Traditions. What city in New Mexico hosts the annual UFO Encounter Festival? Yes, Thomas.
Roswell.
That is Roswell. Toss-up 6. Plant physiology. What system of tracheophytes is the mechanism for transporting water and nutrients? Okay,
The
Thomas.
vascular system.
That is the vascular system. Toss-up 7, medications. What acid, a medication originally made from a substance from the bark of willow trees, was, yes, Thomas.
Aspirin.
I need the name of the acid.
Acetylsilic acid.
That's right, that's correct. more commonly known as aspirin, but I did need that. Okay, toss-up 8, caves. Some sea caves can grow landwards and upwards into vertical shafts, such that when powerful waves hit the coast, water is forced into these openings that loudly bursts out into the air. Name the upper opening of such a cave. Thomas.
Blue hole.
This is the answer here. What? Yes, that's what he did. Yes, okay. I'm going to say no. Sorry. Yes, Stephen.
Blowhole?
It's a blowhole. It's a blow. You said blue hole. Okay, so well, in tense it is as an English teacher, but yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference. It's a blowhole. It's like in the whales. Okay, toss-up number 9. Sorry, I had to confer with my co-sponsor here, my co-anchor. Okay, number 9, U.S. courts. Because the Supreme Court chooses to hear less than 2% of the cases. All right, I've got someone buzzing in. Jason. That is correct. That's who makes the decisions then. All right. Toss-up 10, sieges. During World War II, what were the 2 largest Russian cities that held off German offenses? Thomas.
Stalingrad and Leningrad.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Ben.
St. Petersburg and Stalingrad.
Okay. Stalingrad is correct. The other one was Moscow. Okay. It's like, well, that's the obvious one, right? Toss-up 11, omissions. What kind of grammatical omission is illustrated in these lines of everyday speech? Dancing on the veranda? Like it? Ready to go? Off your game today? Golf, anyone? And we've got Teddy.
A subject?
That's incorrect. Yes, Thomas.
Verb omissions.
Okay, no. It doesn't matter. If something's being omitted, and it's called an ellipsis. When you take something out and it's just missing, it's an ellipsis. Sometimes indicated by the, the ... type of thing, but it doesn't have to be. Toss-up number 12, conflict. As a literary element, what kind of conflict predominates in these works? Castaway. Jeremiah Johnson. All right, I've got Jason.
Internal.
That's incorrect. Jurassic Park. The Old Man and the Sea, Moby Dick. Yes, Ben.
Man versus nature.
It is man versus nature. That is correct. Toss-up 13. We have to have one more computational here. So it's rationalization. Rationalize the denominator of the square root of the quantity 50 over 27. I've got an answer from Thomas.
3 root 3.
That's incorrect. Remaining time goes to Souderton. Okay, Ben.
9.
That's also incorrect. 5 times the square root of 6 over 9. 2 more questions. Toss-up number 14, expulsions. In 1838, officials in what state did the governor issue the extermination order stating that the Mormons must be treated as enemies and must be, yes, Jason?
New York.
That's incorrect. And must be exterminated or driven from the state if necessary for the public peace. Ben, which state?
Utah.
No, that's where they ended up. Missouri. And finally, our last question of this tournament, Gulfs. The Gulf of Cadiz is between Cape Trafalgar at the western end and the Strait of Gibraltar and the Cape of St. Mary, the southernmost point of the mainland part of what country? Henry.
Spain.
That's incorrect. Do we have a rebound? Thomas.
Portugal.
And that would be the other country on that peninsula. Yes, it is Portugal, and that is correct answer. And so Emerging as the champions for this year's Quiz Bowl tournament, Pope John Paul II with 28 points. Congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations to this year's runner-up in our TV tournament, Souderton Area High School. And we also want to extend congratulations to this year's winners. Also, I understand you guys were second in the county tournament as well, and that would be Pope John Paul II High School. Congratulations. Those are our champions for 2019.